Hello my dear Pisces, this is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of July 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. You can see the order I read for the signs in the community section of my channel. And I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting and subscribing to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of your appreciation. And the reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used the Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. I have been using it since 1995. And many of you have asked how I have learned to read tarot in the way I do. And this deck has been my main source of inspiration. It is working with the wisdom of Zen and can be used together with cards with Zen stories to get an even deeper knowledge of your situation. So I'll make it a short 5-card spread to make it more digestible for you. And now I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open your deck here, I see integration and the Fool. So it looks very beautiful. Integration is the 14 is the Alchemist Temperance card, and the Fool is of course very classical, the Fool, going over the edge but with a white flower in its hand, showing the beautiful intention of this soul. Okay, so the Fool begins its journey kind of rather unknowing about what is going to come. So they are naive and trusting and feel that they live in paradise. It's like a 3-year-old that's in their happy moments, very open to life. And with the integration, it's what's kind of going to happen for this creature during their journey, that they are going to have to meet other people that not at all like them. So if they have pure intention, they're going to meet people with very dark intentions, and this is how we learn. Okay, so it's this with the God plans and your plan, that your plan can be like, I want to be happy and this is how I want to be at, and then you're going to be facing a lot of challenges because the divine wants you to. So you can expand your awareness. So, and if you are the other way, if you are the eagle, kind of a person that might be very, can see things in a very logical way and therefore be a little bit selfish. It's a bird of prey. It's someone that wants to eat other individuals. And then we have the swan. I know that it's traditionally it's the other way around, but I feel that this is changing. Some 12,000 years ago, the feminine was the very dark, and it's kind of what we return to, the dark womb. But it's in that time, it was like big natural disaster, Kali, this great goddess of destruction, and then the femininity was very dark. But now it's kind of the masculinity has become this dark instead, cold-hearted, power junkie, going after like power and control, and wants other people to submit. And the swan is now the light, the feminine has become the light bringer. So the people that really listened to Jesus' words were in great numbers females, and this is how it's like now, because now the masculine has become the dark, the great patriarchy. But this is changing, and the pendulum will move back and forth. But the important thing is here that we learn. We are here to learn, and it doesn't really matter if we are feminine or masculine. And many that has been female for many lives have now been born as masculine people, and many men that has previously been men is born now as females. So we can see this also with people having a hard time identifying with their body, because this is not me. I was not supposed to be born like this. I have been female for so many thousands of years, but we have shifted also to learn more and to get more experience and see things from the other side, so we can all come together, okay, as one, healing the humanity's broken heart. Okay, and seems like Pisces, you're a front runner of this with these kind of very supportive cards showing your spiritual journey, like the purpose to why you are here. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have exhaustion, 9 of wands together with a fool. So you thought it would be, they said it would be funny, they said, but it wasn't, okay? So now you are traumatized, you have PTSD, you are numb for all the things that have happened to you. So you have gone through hell and back, and you thought you were expecting it to be fun and light and paradise. It's, for example, when we start a new job, we have so high expectations, and then we meet the co-workers, or we found a new love and we match so great, but then we meet our shadow in them, and it's not that great anymore. So this is what happens, of course, when a great soul is on an adventure. We get beaten down, we get worn down by all the challenges, but actually what doesn't kill us make us stronger. So I'm thinking Pisces is becoming very, very strong in this situation. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and we are the world in the reverse together with the fool. So this kind of shows this humanity's broken heart, that we have been separated into us and them, like they are like this and we are so good, and it's amazing. I can see this in my own life. I'm always right and the other people are always wrong. How come that is? It's because I can see my own intentions, but I can't see the other person's intentions. I can't see all their thoughts and their feelings in their heart, so I don't know them. And this is why we're here now. We are supposed to get to know one another in the depths. So this is a place of value that has gone wrong. So it can be your work, you are being laid off, or it can be something with your house or your body, because your house and your body, symbolically, it's kind of the same thing. The stove in your house, it's your heart. So you can have problems with your house, showing problems with your body and how you relate to your body, and what kind of pressure with the 9 of wands that you put on your system. It can also be like problems with family, problems with long-term partners, great friendships, things like this, that things have fizzled out, or they are not really what you expected. You had so high hopes and great intentions. But this with your great intentions, I know that they say the road to hell is kind of covered with great intentions, or something else probably in English, but in Swedish it's like the great intentions are on the road to hell. So but here you have this great intention, and that's all you can have. You do your best in every situation, and you want to be a part of this, but not on any terms, okay? You're not going to sell yourself off or your soul, because your soul knows. It's very closely related with God and universe. So when your soul doesn't thrive in a situation, it kind of says that something is not exactly as the divine would like it to be, and it's time for some kind of change and new beginning, also here with the Fool. So I call the 6 elements, and we have going with the flow here, Ace of Cups, and the existence, it's Magician. So it shows that you need to go with your emotions, even if it means that you need to leave places of value behind. I'm not saying your body and maybe not your house, but if your house is a big problem for you, too much responsibility, for example, maybe that's so. Not your body at this time. You need to stay here and do your spiritual mission, but you might want to, can be following love also wherever it goes. If you feel like you have built and built on your life, but it's not really what you wanted, you might want to evaluate the way that you have shown love, for example. Your words and your thoughts become the house you live in. So if you think things and you say something else, this what you say is going to be the house you live in. So if you say, no, I'm not that into you, even if you have deep, deep love for a person, you are going to find them reacting to this. You are not so into them, and you are going to lose the chance to be with them. So it's about being very authentic and not try to play it too cool. If you have a self respect and self-value, you will offer someone your authentic you. And if they deny you, you walk away. That's how it works. You don't play a game, so you will get another person that plays a game, so you can play this game for the rest of your life. You don't want that. You want true love, not this tainted, stupid thing. So be authentic, and if the other person is not, you walk away, okay? And this is about following your emotions. Trust them, because how it is in your heart is going to be how the divine wants it to. So as above, so below. So how the universe, what the universe wants is going to be what you feel that you want. So follow your want and needs, go with the flow of this, and express yourself very clearly, okay? Mercury, communication. It's also about acceptance, of course, to be able to shoot the arrow towards your target, but not get caught up like running after it. So no anticipation. You can have expectations, but try to have no anticipation, and therefore you will have no anxiety. Just go with the flow. Trust the universe, trust nature, trust your heart that it's going to take you where you want to go eventually, okay? So we have here step by step also, and ripeness in the reversed. So it's talking about you need to mature also, like step by step you need to mature, become more rock solid, become your own parent, things like this, not leaning too much to other people in this time. Laziness, it's another 9. So 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. You also had 9 of Wands. So it's the Hermit's journey. It's like looking deep into yourself, finding out what's in there. Also your deepest fear and your deepest longing that you might have been like brushing away because they made you anxious. So you need to look at them too and be able to deal with them, and also with the anxiety, because this is going to lead you to fertile ground. Here we have Nothingness, showing that Pisces is going on a spiritual journey, okay? I said that the black was when we return home to the great womb, and this is the high priest, so it's kind of the masculine part of religion and the universe, but here it's the masculine that holds this womb, obviously. But this Nothingness is talking about sometimes we need to go and meet our maker. Like when you dream, you are in another dimension. When you don't dream, you are at home, okay? So you need to find this home inside your body with the 9s. So when a person goes into loneliness a little bit, self-chosen loneliness, it's to be very close to God, so that you can talk with Mother, Father, God, okay? And get the true knowledge of your situation, of who you are. You don't have to find yourself like going somewhere and find yourself. You just have to go within, and then everything is there. There's a universe within you. Okay, so I want my dear Pisces to have love in their lives, ordinariness, and find themselves in loving relationship. Sorrow. I also want you to have creative success, guidance, and walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So these cards that came kind of show that you need to find a place inside yourself where you can accept whatever happens, okay, and accept whatever is. Also the deep sorrow inside of you, because if you do this, the divine will be able to guide you and help you solve your problems step by step. Don't run away from your fears. Go face them head on with ordinariness, like calmness. Do this with mindfulness and meditation. And then you have a form for it, so you don't have to just go deep into the depression. You can do it with a form, mindfulness, meditation. Just stay with one part of your body at a time and listen to them deeply. You can take notes as well, or paint pictures of what you see there. And this is how you talk with God, because God talks to you through your body. So So you need to go within. You don't need to seek the big adventures now, right now. If you try to seek the big adventures and avoid your inside, there might happen things like you get ill or you get laid off from your work, or something else can happen, so that you will have to be forced to be bored and stay with yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in here for a few seconds. Okay, my dear Pisces, so for your mid-July, we have your reading there. And this is you, and this is your past, and this is your future. This is the past of the circumstance or the person that you have been together with, or how the divine has helped you. And this is the future of this same thing, this other person or this situation or divine forces in your life. Where they are wanting to guide you, and how things are going to become. So this is you, and we have the Fool here. So the Fool is very close to Pisces for me. This soul that came down from a unconditional loving universe and into this state, didn't know what to expect. Bit by bit realizing it, okay, but this, I just want to show you your beautiful soul here, how you were when you came, Pisces, to this earth. You came from a dimension of highly elevated souls that lived in unconditional love, so you came here for a reason, and you might feel like you are not belonging here, and that people are machines while you have a beating heart, and that the world is too hard for you, and this is the explanations. But you came for a reason, to share the unconditional love, Pisces. It's Jesus, this kind of love to humanity. So that's why you're here, that's why you're suffering, for the greater good of all. So you're on a mission. And this is the past, and we have control in the reverse. So some of you might have been dealing with if you have been here for a very long time, many lifetimes, you have tried to become like earthlings. You have tried to become maybe not like earthlings, but there's so many things I know that I could tell you. But this, with the swords people, they were angel ones, and they came down like almost like aliens, you can say, like a foreign species to Earth, and they're with their laws and their rules and regulation and their wars, and their power and things like this. Humanity, or the Earth, was in a very natural, beautiful state, like a beautiful black pearl. I'm saying black because it has infinitive potential. And then there come these angels that were kind of cast down by God because they became a little bit too full of themselves, and they had to face their themselves, and they did so on Earth. So they are kind of your opposite here. From you, Pisces. It's the ones that tormented Jesus on the cross, and not the Jews, but kind of empires, okay? People that has great control, empires that make other people subordinate underneath them. And this has been what you have been dealing with. So if you have been here for a very long time, you might have conformed to this and also became like them, cold, detached, I don't care, numb. And with the control card in the reversed, either you have been facing people that have been abusive towards you, and like not loyal, maybe betraying you, so they could take power over you, or you have done this to other people. So it's just showing this journey that we are all on. No one is in fault here. No one has done anything wrong. We are coming from different circumstances, We are evolving here, maybe power and control. This part of universe is all about power and control, and this is all about unconditional love. And then we need to clash together to build something new, something totally different, something we haven't seen before. And this is why it's like the breath out of the universe. When we go out in expansion and things are happening, then we are withdrawing and coming back to Mother, Father, God, this infinitive darkness of the womb, and we rest and we share what we have learned, and then we are expanding again. It's like the breath out and in by the universe. Big bang and withdrawal, big bang, coming back together. So it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. It can be painful, but this is how we learn. Okay. So next card here is receptivity in the reversed. So I'm thinking many of you Pisces have conformed to the old ideals, maybe to survive. Okay, so I will live in your universe. I need to conform to your ideas, to the strongest, following the strongest leader and subordinate to them. But now what you have to face is what kind of number that have done on your emotional life, your Pisces soul, and your body. So it's kind of, you have your femininity in the shadow. You have been ruled by a very harsh masculinity, and you have your feminine in the shadow. So now you have gone the full lap, we can say. You came like this, like the Pisces, like this beautiful soul, untainted. But you have been clashing together with energies like this, and you learned from them. But now you need to go back and find yourself, who you really are, and taking this with you. Sometimes we can see the Fool having a backpack, and this is the backpack you now have with you, new experience, and you're going to, inside yourself, integrate them, these two, in each other, and honor both alike. So what does that mean? That means that you become a full creature, like you can have unconditional love and turn the other cheek. But as Jesus also said, you will throw out the useless servant on the street because they are useless, so that they can learn from that experience. If you just turn the other cheek to people, you will spoil them and make monsters out of them. But here you become balanced, okay, beautifully balanced. They are in the reversed because it's still unsettled inside of you, and you might be confused to what you are supposed to do, and your old survival skills isn't working anymore, so you're being thrown into something, and you need to find out new tools to solve this. And that usually means turning to the spiritual realm and asking for help, and trying to accept whatever is, because the acceptance, when you accept, you stop the resistance, and the knowledge will come to you. It's like you open the book of wisdom when you stop resisting what is and accept it instead. I don't mind what happens, okay? So this is the past of the circumstance or the person or the divine forces. And we have beyond illusions. So it's talking about this. This is the judge, and this is the judgment, the judgment hall, okay? And it's both in the reverse, so showing maybe people or entities or forces that have taken control without really having connection to God, actually just control for its own purpose, for winning, for being above, for seeing things with people that you can take advantage of later. So like a little bit narcissistic behavior. But it's just unconsciousness, okay? It's just they are in a survival mood, like predators in a world with scarcity of food. So they think there's scarcity, so they will live in a world of scarcity, because what's in your head will become at Earth. So if they believe in scarcity and the survival of the fittest and the strongest, they become like this, and predators, and wants to take so much that they can from you. Okay, or you have been doing this to someone else, and this is unconsciousness, and it's a person not knowing that life in universe is abundant. We can see this with nature. You can chop her trees down over and over and over and over again, and it comes up new small trees. Okay, she's unbeatable. She is life thriving everywhere, like very close to volcanoes and inside geysers and in Antarctica and in the desert. You have life everywhere. So if we align with life, with nature, we become unbeatable. But this group doesn't know this. This part of us ourselves doesn't know this, and this is a part of you as well, as it you might have faced it on the outside, but we are all a part of the same tree. So not one leaf can turn yellow without the whole tree knowing about it, as Khalil Gibran once said. So this is also you. So this is a part, like also humanity coming out from caves and being very scared and trying to take control over their environment. They didn't want to be a part of the natural cycle and be eaten by lions. So there was a good intention with it. We want to survive, but it has going a little bit overdrive. So we are separated from nature, and people get shocked when there comes an eagle and take like a pigeon in the square of Times Square, and like this wouldn't belong there, and yet we are living on a planet that's alive, and we try to make it a little bit dead. But here you're about to come alive again. Okay. And this is the future of this circumstance and situation, and I have had many dreams of this, that people that's a little bit unconscious and have lived in a safe environment of their own control, they will be stricken by lightning. Okay, not maybe in a physical state, but this is going to be helpful. They are going to have Eureka moments like this because their consciousness is rising too, and mostly they are rising because of people like you. People doing this, showing them another way, and you using another way. You're opening roads for this to happen. So this might be happening to you too, that you will get this Eureka moment, maybe through great pain. For example, we can see the stubborn husband that didn't want to share love with his wife. And the wife says, well, I will begin my own new life here. And bye-bye to you. I will take care of myself, the wounded me, because this is who I am. I'm not going to betray this anymore for the sake of being with you, like with this authority. And then this person, their whole life is falling apart. Maybe they were not prepared either, because this person have thought about this for the whole marriage. And this one has kind of been maybe happy with how things were, because they were the way he wanted it to. So he had control. She lived in a world that was his. And here she's gone. And he wakes up to self-realization with a great pain of losing something that was very valuable. But we can see this sometimes with situation being very lopsided, like one is loving and showing all the love and the other one is just taking it for granted. But when the cow is gone, you are going to miss it. I'm not saying that the female is a cow. Well, she is. We can see this in the cow religions like Buddhism, Hinduism, that the cow, the great mother, is worshipped. In other cultures, she's seen like something dumb and something you can use. And this is this mentality. But here we have the cow, and it's also Kali, coming, the destroyer, coming and destroying things so that you will wake up like this, okay? So if you have been part of this very unconditional love, you will be glad this is happening. If you have been part of the situation where you want to take control and manipulate the situation into your liking, this one might be a little bit unsettling and you will lose your footing, but it's going to take you to greener pastures. So try to not resist the change, because it's coming by divine forces here. It's nothing to do about it. This has been written, and so it shall be. So I'll read Fool card for you, and it's the first in the book, so it should be easy to find. And it's the great energy of this reading. Moment to moment, and with every step, the fool leaves the past behind. He carries nothing more than his purity, innocence, and trust, symbolized by the white rose in his hand. The pattern on his waistcoat contains the colors of all 4 elements of the tarot, indicating that he is in harmony with all that surrounds him. His intuition is functioning at its peak. At this moment, the Fool has the support of the universe to make this jump into the unknown. Adventures await him in the river of life. The card indicates that if you trust your intuition right now, going with the flow, like with the Ace of Cups, your feeling of the rightness of things, you cannot go wrong. Your action may appear foolish to others or even to yourself. If you try to analyze them with a rational mind, this your old mind, but the 0 place occupied by the Fool is the numberless number where trust and innocence are the guides, not skepticism and past experience. So you're being guided by nature, the infinitive wisdom of nature, okay? The nature can create so beautiful things that's working so beautiful in harmony together. Humanity creates wastes. Nature creates a new foundation for life. All waste is new foundation for life in her realm. So you are better off, okay? You are going to be better taken care of. Maybe you are going to become lion food, but that's fine. Because you become just pure energy and you come into another beautiful universe by nature and another beautiful and another beautiful. So there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to hold on to. Everything will become dust, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Really wise people that have meditated for 40 years come out of their state and share with the disciples, this I have learned, all becomes dust. Okay? And so it's nothing to hold on to, nothing to control. Just going with the flow, going with nature and her infinitive wisdom. A fool is one who goes on trusting. A fool is one who goes on trusting against all his experience. You deceive him and he trusts you. And you deceive him again and he trusts you. And you deceive him again and he trusts you. Then you will say that he is a fool. He does not learn. His trust is tremendous. His trust is so pure that nobody can corrupt it. Be a fool in the Taoist sense, in the Zen sense. Don't try to create a wall of knowledge around you. Whatsoever experience comes to you, let it happen and then go on dropping it. Go on cleaning your mind continuously. Go on dying to the past so you can remain in the present. Here and now, as if you just were born, just a baby. In the beginning, it is going to be difficult. The world will start taking advantage of you. Let them. They are poor fellows. Even if you are cheated and deceived and robbed, let it happen, because that which is really yours cannot be robbed from you. That which is really yours, nobody can steal from you. And each time you don't allow situation to corrupt you, that opportunity will become an integration inside. Your soul become more crystallized. So for me, this journey has been somewhat different. I was born the Fool and I'm still like this, but I have learned I need to have better judgment, okay? So go on trusting, but when people show you with their action that they can't be trusted, you just walk away to the next experience. Don't be afraid. Nature is abundant. She will take care of you. When you try to stay in those situations, you are exhausting yourself and your life force, your prana. So you don't want to do that because it's like you're losing parts of your soul that you later will have to call back through different actions and even ceremonies and other things. So it's better if you can keep your souls intact and not like spread it like Osiris was once spread by his adversaries, okay? So I will also take a card for you from the Sacred Rebels Oracle card by Elena Fairchild. So we have some card, I think it's this, yes, Vision of Life Beyond Death. So ashes to ashes and dust to dust. You already knew this, Pisces. It's no news to you. It's just that you have been kind of infected by the thought of scarcity when you came here, and now you need to unlearn this lesson. Sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see, to see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. So you will see with the eye of nature instead of the eye of rational thinking. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. Maybe you were so scared to leave this situation, and when you leave, the only thing you will feel is freedom. What was once dismissed as to hold little an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into the being of the universal creator. The genuine vision, you knowing yourself, you aligning with yourself, you're accepting yourself, you're trusting yourself, and it takes you into the being of the universal creator, nature itself. This is sacred terrain, beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there's love within it always. So even if you have to let someone go, you might love them to pieces, but you need to let them go. Just let them go. Let universe be their guidance. You can't be in control, okay? This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss, that there is love in it always, even if you lose it. It's not going to remove the pain of the loss. It does, however, provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. So acceptance, I don't mind what happens. And not taking it personally that this situation is like this. It's not personal. It was just there to rub you the wrong way so you can wake up. You have put this situation here. You're told when you are going to go down, you are going to have to be here and do these things to me so you can wake me up, and I will be forever grateful to you. So be grateful to your adversaries, because they have done exactly as what you wanted them to. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you have been wondering about your life path, or whether you should take action on a project, or you need inspiration to really move you out of a slump you have fallen into, then this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced, maybe with a flash of insight. You will be graced with a way out of the stagnancy. Thunderbolt tower comes when the divine wants to change your course of direction. So it might be like great destiny just coming and taking everything over. Just accept the role of destiny, because it's the divine way of doing things. It might tear things apart like Kali, but it's for the better, because they have a higher vision of your purpose, and you are this little thread in the weave of destiny. You can't see your purpose. They see the whole web of creation. So when they come and take things away from you, trust that it is for a divine purpose. If you get hurt in an accident, know that this is happening because maybe you were running too fast, running away from yourself, running away from the direction that was truly yours. You might have decided, I will become what can I find here? A lawyer. I will become a lawyer. I will study. I will become like this. I will do this. And then God comes and just change your course of direction, and you become a paramedic instead, because this was your life purpose. So it can seem like bad strikes of destiny, but it's really divine help to find your way. Maybe you had this grand picture of you becoming someone, but by becoming paramedic, you really became someone that had a true purpose and actually changed people's life in ways that you can't comprehend. So you need to trust this, even if it hurts, even if it scares you. You will be able to see things differently and more accurately, and any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, as you will be left with clear insight. The stories you have been feeding yourself or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that is coming to you will be more truthful and therefore freeing. It will be worth the shock, surprise of the moment of embarrassment when you realize you have been operating under false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of your situation. Crude awakening with the Tower here. Those moments will pass, and they are not something to feel bad about. They signify that you are leaving behind a smaller view for a more expansive one. They are a sign that you have outgrown your old vision in order to live in a bigger one. This is good. There might be a moment when your ego feels a bit dented, but sure enough, that too will pass. Okay. You are watched over by life and held in protection. Whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. You will prevail. If you are concerned that someone is getting away with something or blocking your path and it seems there is nothing you can do about it, don't worry. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. She misses nothing, and the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. So, this your action will help also the Divine Mother to help her wake these up, okay? So, it's a beautiful web of creation, and you are a beautiful part of it. So just trust yourself, be yourself, accept whatever situation or course of change of course of direction. I don't mind what happens. I have no control. I don't take things personally, okay? And you will be in paradise sooner than you know, okay? So my dear Pisces, I hope this will help. I want to promote my webpage, www.queenofcupstarot.se. Okay, SE in the end. In other case, you will end up at another beautiful lady's webpage. I also want to welcome you back to my August reading that I will perform in mid-month July. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.